he's chasing me and setting fire.
Yeah.
The easy mode. Easy bloody mode.
It is. But I'm getting quite a few drops now that I'm sticking into the guild stash, so people can.
What
use
did
them.
it? What
I'm
did
getting
it?
lots of maces with plus melee and things like that on it.
What does Mongol say? Anybody that doesn't play a witch is a fucking idiot.
Is that what he said?
I think so, yeah, something like that. Anybody that plays the warrior is a fucking mug.
Yeah, I'm not tried to mug, but
Has he actually been playing it?
Yeah, he's got. He started on warrior because I think most of the time he starts on warriors, and then he got tied up in Act 2 or Act 1. He wasn't feeling it. Swapped over to witch and minion build, and was like, yeah, okay, this is just like I'll go away now and let my minions do the work.
Yeah,
go and get a brew.
So I've got a scepter in one hand, a shield on the other one. I've got an energy shield. It's like, yeah, I don't have to worry about much.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went shield and scepter.
So, but yeah, if anyone needs help with a fight.
Oh, here's Mr. Otis. Oh, Mehdi, you need to sort your cameras out.
Oh no, bugger.
Mr. Otis, hello.
I'm trying to sort my various things out.
No worries.
Get a Pathfinder game on Sunday afternoon. Oh, no, it runs too late. Damn.
Oh, was your Pathfinder game yesterday?
It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It was 605, so sort of continuation, I guess, of the same season 6 story arc. Where the guys at my
was
table
more
devastating than the BBG.
You need to do to do 602. That kind of starts it.
Right.
You get the
Yeah, we did the intro to it. But I think they were already at 605, so it's kind of where I picked it up and joined in. Yeah, didn't die.
Cool.
was a bonus. Yep.
Fell down, but yeah, didn't die.
But you got up again.
Got up again. Yeah, pretty well considering there was no healer in the party, which was.
It's always hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burn through those minor potions of healing.
Yeah, medicine's your friend. Most of my classes tend to have medicine just in case.
Medicine, risky surgery.
Well, the surgery, there were some pretty shit rolls for anything that involved healing, climbing, jumping, just anything really.
Yeah.
My dice appeared to go from either rolling anything below 9 was a good number, and 2 nat 20s. There was nothing in between. It was either extreme success or just absolute abject failure.
Yep. That's how I started my first game, actually. I rolled 2 2s. I was gutted.
Oh, and both the crits weren't hitting something; they were doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Skill challenge. Way.
And you try and hit the ball. Yeah, I missed, and I missed again. Oh, fuck it.
Same character or different character?
Same character. So yeah, 4 XP off hitting level 2.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So yeah.
One more session then.
One more session, yeah. Whatever the third weekend in January is.
Nice. Oh yeah.
19th.
Phil posted it, didn't he already?
Yeah, he put some pictures up. Yeah.
Yeah, he posted the next scenarios as well. So I might
try and join. Already, one.
Yeah, I might try and join.
Okay, cool.
Although
there were 5 on our table.
We do have Lodge, don't we?
That's the weekend after, isn't it? I might still get away with it.
No, the weekend after that. It's the 1st and 2nd of Feb.
Oh, that's all right. So yeah, a week in the middle. I'll get away with that.
First, second. I think it is. It better be because that's when it's in the diary.
Yeah.
Because the week before, if it's not, I'm going to have all hell because Matt wants to go back to uni that weekend, and I'm the only one that can take him.
What public
shall we-
transport's for, son. That's what
Yeah.
public transport's for, son. Learn the hard way.
Yeah, but he's not going to get his PC on public transport, is he? Into and out London. No.
What Boyle fails for, or maybe not.
Who was
Yeah.
that for?
Okay, so last session seems like an age ago. It probably was an age ago. We've been a tad hit and miss. You had essentially returned everybody back.
The slaves. Yeah.
Yeah, the slaves. You'd return the slaves back to Deadwood. And then, from memory, you just spent most of the rest of the time doing stuff in Deadwood.
Yeah, soldiers took over, didn't they? Kicked us out of our hotel.
You've been kicked out of the Grand Central Hotel after, after the soldiers have moved in and set that up as a headquarters.
Yeah, I think we spent some time in the Gem Theatre, didn't we, with what's it called?
Yeah.
Bull, was it?
Yeah, spent some time in the Gem Theatre with Bull.
I got pastries for the girls.
You got pastries for the girls.
'Cause I'm nice like that.
We sorted out the Office of Indian Affairs to find out who owned the claim. Oh, we bought the claim, didn't we?
And we got a claim, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you bought a claim. You
Hmm.
did indeed get a claim.
So we had a right to be over there.
So it's over to you what you want to do. It's sort of time-wise, it's about the 9th of September. It is late morning. It's about 10:30, 10:40 in the morning.
Didn't we get the claim so we could have a right to be up there and investigate?
I think so, yeah. I think
Yeah.
the next step was probably going to that claim, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because it was one of the other ones that had been bought, wasn't it?
That's right.
It had lapsed, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, it's always a way I can't read my writing.
And they took all our money for it. So we
So
went back to
you
the.
spent $300. You spent $300 on getting a claim from Robert Kellerman, Marcy and Robert Kellerman. There you go.
Yeah.
I can read that writing because I wrote it the second time in a nicer handwriting.
March and November. Yeah, then we went back to those people rescued and took the money we gave them.
Correct.
Yeah, because we split the sale of all the stuff from the thingies, didn't we? And gave it to the sale of the
400.
horses from the slavers. We split it amongst all the, yeah.
Correct. Yes.
So they had like a seeding fund to get back into life.
That is correct. Yeah, and then you spent a bunch of time, as you said, getting your claim. So,
Suppose we need to buy equipment for dealing with a claim, just so that we look legit at least.
Yeah, it's just pickaxes.
Pickaxes, I guess.
We've got dynamite.
We do have dynamite.
Dynamite, though. We kept using it.
No, you kept using it. We didn't touch it.
I did. I killed things with dynamite.
It made a nice bang, and they blew up a horse and a couple of people, or people and a couple of horses.
Yeah.
And some nasty undead things.
Yeah.
As well in
Yeah.
the previous one.
Yeah, we've only got 2 bundles left. I mean, 6 sticks.
I think I've got some on me.
Pretty damn sure I haven't got any.
Yeah, I've got 2 single sticks.
I've
on me.
got two sets of 3. That should be.
You're just greedy. Saving the biggest for last.
I just like bigger bang.
Yeah.
So are we heading to the claim? Just pick up a
Yes.
couple of axes and set off to back over there.
I've got a
we don't
shovel.
need to use looking out.
I've already got a shovel and
You've got a shovel.
I got a shovel and a wood axe and some rope and yeah.
I've got rope.
So you look like a proper prospector.
Yeah, I haven't got a shovel or pickaxe.
Yeah, I've got a shovel.
Do we need any fuse?
Fuse? Don't think so.
You know, a length of fuse so you can sort of lay it.
I think we got a fuse with the sticks, didn't we? But nothing sort of like 60 foot long or anything daft like that.
Mm.
I don't think we're going to be blowing any shit up. We're just looking like we might be doing.
Yeah. Unless we find gold, of course, then we will.
Yeah.
Or ghost rock.
Or ghost rock, yeah.
Unless the town is barricaded and we need to blow our way in to find out what's going on.
I've already got 1 gold ore.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know. It's on my. It's on
From
my
the gold boat.
yeah, it's on my in my gear.
Okay.
1 times gold ore. Weird.
There was something found in that barrel with all the bodies before. Well, there was the camp with the bodies that had been killed with arrows.
When we go find I can't remember his name, running man, smiling.
Before the horse eater.
Yeah,
that's the thing I can't remember. The horse eater. Yeah, there's something in a barrel there that I think that he found.
I've got some ghost rock. Was that in the barrel?
Yeah, you got some ghost rock.
That was
Yeah.
in the barrel.
Ah, right, okay.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So
Is it 3 bennies we have normally?
Yeah. Let me reset everybody. Why have I got? I've got freaking 8. There we
Did you
go.
cheese it?
Okay, so you do have a lump of ore. You have a sort of quite a hefty piece of ore. It is fairly. I mean, you don't really know ore. You don't know the purity of gold, so you don't know just how good or bad it is. But to your mind, it's pretty good.
Cool. I'll put it at the bottom of my backpack again.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, saddlebag.
Now, should we set off then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got trail rations.
Restock and set off.
Okay. Yeah, you can set off. So you get yourself spend sort of $10 or something, $20 to get yourself all the basic accoutrements that you would need to look and behave like a miner.
I don't want to look like a miner. What do I want to look like a miner for? Stay away from the priest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we mean that kind of miner, but hey ho. Ever find the kind of thing that I'm looking for? The journey back up into the let's go back to here. Okay. Oh. The journey back towards the journey to the claim, if I remember rightly, puts you a couple of miles within a couple of miles of the location of Black Gulch, along one of the sort of the hill lines that runs through the Black Hills. The journey there is pretty straightforward. Nothing too arduous. You have an approximate map. You know, the Office of Indian Affairs gave you a kind of a small map with an area that was circled sort of to the west. To the west of Black Gulch. So kind of putting you, if I remember rightly, Black Gulch is sort of down this direction, right? This is going to put you sort of a couple of miles, as I say, a couple of miles west from Black Gulch, not too far, probably sort of the middle of the Black Hills. You can pretty much retrace your steps back towards Black Gulch, but at that point, once you kind of get into the vicinity of Black Gulch, it becomes a case of really trying to figure out the trails around the area to see if anything kind of gets you into that rough location. So what I would like from y'all would be survival roll.
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask for that skill. Unskilled.
Survival.
Because Swan took
Well,
survival,
that'll
maybe not.
be unskilled then.
5 is still a success from Blake.
Yeah, he's got the skill.
Skill failed though.
Tom is really pushing. It doesn't get a raise, but he's definitely succeeded. Then with Dr. Newton. Colt and Blake, well, Colt has no idea whatsoever. He's just kind of along for the ride. Tom, you and Dr. Newton in particular are able to really kind of home in on the trail that you think you need to follow, along with Blake kind of nodding in encouragement. That's the word I'm looking for. So you take the journey, you take the path, and it kind of winds you sort of around up the hills to the sort of the north of Black Gulch, along a couple of ridge lines, and then down into a valley, sort of the other side of the hills near Black Gulch. So kind of as you follow in the ridge line, it does give you an opportunity. You're probably about 500-600 feet above the valley that Black Gulch sits in, and there is one opportunity where you can kind of get a good look down into the valley to see whatever it is you want to see. It does take you several hours to do that journey, so probably getting close to late afternoon at this point.
I'll get my rifle sight out and see as much as I can.
Yeah, sure.
See if I can see numbers of people guarding and if there's any activity down there.
All right, give me perception. I think perception's a thing, isn't it?
Notice.
Notice, that's the one. Oh, look at your notice roll. 9. Okay, that's a raise. Okay. A couple of things that you notice. First and foremost, the Black Gulch is nestled in a valley. The valley appears to be a dead end. So you've got the various buildings at the end closest to the dead end part of the place. You can see what appears to be a church. Not a white church, but just a normal sort of wood and wooden sort of slate roof church. Black Gulch itself appears to be laid out along a single central road, much as you saw when you approached it a couple of days ago. In terms of people that you can see, there are maybe a handful of people moving around. The key thing that you notice there is most of them stay clear of the church and the buildings around the church. And then, last but not least, you believe that there are a series of, or you believe there could be behind the church in the cliff face itself, there could actually be a cave entrance. Hard to tell.
Yeah, that was the question I was going to ask, to focus it on there, see if I can see if there's a way in. Okay. I'll pass this on to everything else to what I'm seeing.
There's no fences or anything blocking it off.
Doesn't appear to be, no.
Just people with guns.
At this time of the day, that part of the valley is actually pretty much in shadow. So it's very, very hard for you to see anything. You think there's a cave entrance there, but it's think rather than positive.
Maybe come back to here when the sun's in a better position.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the people wandering around, did they look like normal townspeople, or did they look like a hired guns type of thing, just patrolling?
They look like the kind of armed folk that you would see walking around Deadwood.
Yeah, there's no women with kids and things going to a shop type thing. They all look hardened, professional type things.
Yeah,
More
based on what you could see, yes.
More patrolling than meandering.
Some are meandering, some might be construed to be patrolling.
Right.
Again, you're about 600 feet up. It's getting dark down there, so it's hard for you to be very clear about people's intentions.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real town. It's just a cover for whatever the hell's going on behind it. Let's find this claim, see what's happened to the other owners. We may find out bodies there. They're nearby to this place. We may have seen something and
yeah, because they didn't just disappear. It didn't sort of go back to the Indian Office of Affairs to them and say we're not coming back. They just they didn't turn up, did they? Again.
No.
So keep looking for the claim
Yeah.
or camp. I would assume that if there's a claim there, they'd have built a shack of some sort to shelter in at least. So look out for any buildings that are in the valley that we're heading towards, based on the map.
Sorry. Just sorting me out. Okay. So you continue following the trails that you've picked up on, heading down into this valley, as I say, kind of beyond the hillside. This claim would sort of sit the other side of the hill line that is effectively the back of Black Gulch, probably half a mile or so wide in total, maybe a little bit more, maybe getting close to a mile in some places. And then you sort of start to wind down into this valley. Because of the way this valley is laid out, you've still got the last bits of the afternoon sun kind of streaming down into what appears to be a rather pleasant wooded valley.
Look for any worn trails.
There are definitely there are definitely some trails. There are a number that are kind of crisscross the path that you're on at the moment. The one that you're particularly following is a fairly sort of well-trodden path, and here and there you can make out what appears to be horse hooves, like the shod feet of horses as you're kind of traveling down this valley towards the bottom.
I'm looking out for any movement, any people down here as we're moving down.
Okay. Give me more notice roll.
Oh, nice.
1 second. Apparently the cat flap stopped working, which is never good because that means your cat can't get in, and that's never good. Notice rolls. Medi with his raise. Look, okay. There's no movement, and that in of itself is the concerning thing. So all of you have succeeded. You don't see anything moving on the trail or in the forest around you. And to Tom, that's the thing that's worrying you, because it is too quiet. You're not really hearing any animals.
Ooh. These hoof prints, are they new or old?
I'd need a survival roll.
Oh, let's give it a go.
Getting my rifle out. Just to be on the safe side.
Oh,
Snake eyes.
You have no idea. I mean, literally no clue whatsoever.
Yeah,
I could take a look if you point them out.
yeah, points.
Put them out. I think Colt's just hit his head on the tree.
I was going to say, I'm pointing at a tree.
No better. No better. Well, better, just not as good.
It
Oh,
just seems.
Yeah.
In terms of the, apart from the quietness of the valley, are there any other signs that the landscape is different to where we previously travelled?
I didn't mean to do that. Give me a second. The map's broken, so you wouldn't have been able to see that anyway. Not really. I mean, the trees have still got their summer greenery on them. Still flowers. The late summer, early autumn flowers are still kind of flowering. Here and there you can see sort of blackberry bushes with their flowers starting to turn to fruit. There are a few insects about, but the larger sort of mammals, the rabbits, the birds and things that you would expect in this part, all right, you're not being super quiet, but you're not being noisy either. You would have expected to see things shoot off, hares and things shoot off from the path as you're kind of traveling down it. You're just not seeing anything. It's very strange.
Does somebody want to go ahead?
There's a mighty unnatural feel about this place.
Yeah, I was
That's for
just
certain.
say any signs of fetishes or anything for the occult like they had around where they animated those.
There's a lady with a whip.
Yeah, I guess that's what.
Got a 9 tails in the tree.
Yeah.
Handcuffs on another one.
50-foot of rope.
Things like where those Indians were
mask.
animated from. So stick figures and things like that.
Like Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
He hadn't thought of that before you said it.
There wasn't, but there are now.
There are now.
Yeah, I have a habit of giving GMs ideas that
Keep
screw it
suggesting
over.
stuff.
Yeah.
Give me more notice rolls, please. Okay. The exercise of getting my monitors moved to my new stands earlier as the heat of that's worn off. It's getting cold. Okay, Blake. Colt. Dr. Newton. Jesus Christ. Dr. Newton gets a raise and a half there. As you continue to go down the valley and you start to kind of come into the tree line, parts of the path that you're on, there's definitely signs of it being cleared. Probably this season. As you can see, some bushes have been kind of cut through or hacked through here and there. Parts of the ground have tried to be a little bit leveled out a little bit so that it makes it easier for horses and things to traverse down. The passage the path that you're traveling on isn't wide enough for a wagon. Not a normal size wagon. You could imagine sort of a smaller wagon could come down here as long as it wasn't too heavy. Here and there you notice some tree stumps, and as you approach one of them, there appears to be what looks like a stone carving of a cat. Not a domestic cat, but a wild cat.
Like a mountain lion.
Oh, like a mountain lion. Ow! Pussycat, what you doing? There you go.
10 out of 10 for the props there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he came to give us an example of what a wild cat looks like.
He's not wild. Yeah, so appears to be some kind of wild cat-like stone thing, probably carved out of local granite or something along those lines.
Recognize what it means?
Actually, it would be carved out of sandstone. Sorry. Do you recognize what it might be?
I'm guessing it's not ornamental.
I would
It's
say.
Do you want me to make a faith roll?
Um,
Oh, that's not for that, is really, is it?
seems unlikely that it'd be the indigenous Indians, and on the basis they're nomadic, and you don't carve
Yeah.
sandstone
I would
statues.
say it's more akin to an occult role if you have a cult.
I do. I'm going to penny that.
I don't hold any truck with this occult things.
And I got worse. Okay.
You can give me a faith roll, but at -2 penalty, please. Holy shit. Okay. So Dr. Newton gets a raise, and Colt gets a success. Blake gets nothing because he doesn't obviously have it. Okay. This is oddly placed. It's directly looking at the path, and it's positioned in such a way that it is looking up the path. You get a sense that this is here as a warning that the mountain lion represents danger, represents threat, represents perhaps an unknown threat or an unseen threat. The fact that it's looking up the path and it's positioned deliberately to do so suggests that it's ye who comes down here, beware the unseen dangers ahead.
Always good
Well,
to feel
I'm going to dismount and walk my horse, I think, with my gun in my hand.
Yeah, I've already got the rifle out, but I think I'll dismount as well.
Okay.
I think it might be worth checking the road for any traps, hunters' traps, anything like that. What we should do is take the dynamite out and every 100 feet, just throw a stick forward.
Okay.
Uh,
Continuing down, this is kind of tracking the side of the valley as it's kind of coming down the hill and then kind of following a fairly shallow, but it's sort of starting to loop down on itself and come round. The valley itself doesn't appear to have, from where you are, any other exit. It appears to be like a self-contained, self-enclosed sort of valley. Maybe a little strange, perhaps an old kind of, I don't know, crater or something. But as you kind of come down and start to wind down on yourself, you see this time as you get a little bit further, another couple of tree stumps. One has another carving, a sort of a green and white crystalline rock that has been shaped like a bear. The on the other side, though, a collection of skulls, varying sizes from sort of mouse, bird size up to maybe kind of rabbit or hare size skulls arranged, but they're all of them are looking up the path away from the bottom of the valley, if you like.
okay, so looking where they're looking towards, is it undergrowth so that you can't see very clear, or like
They're,
a path?
they're all looking at the path that you're traveling down.
Yeah. If I got my rifle scope, could I see far, or is it too overgrown?
It's pretty dense woodland.
Yeah, fine.
I was going to say maybe move off the trail, but we don't know what it's going to be like underfoot going down through
It
the
seems
woods.
quite thick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over and take a look at the statue of the bear. What's it made out of? You just had a green stone.
It appears to be a green and it's sort of a crystalline. It seems to have, looking at it, it seems to have green and white interlocking crystals. Give me a
Kryptonite, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm getting weaker.
Sorry about that. I wasn't expecting anything tonight, and just got a delivery. Just got a delivery. Yeah. What's in the size of this box?
Is it
Yeah.
paracetamol?
I was going to say playing cards, but yeah.
Great pocket. It's a pocket size. Oh dear, ridiculous.
Not rattled around, does it? In there?
Oh, there was plenty of packet, and it had a bubble wrap on it. But I'm like, he stood there, and I knew I was expecting a book from Blackwell's.
Yeah.
And he stood there with this big box. I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
Give me common knowledge smarts rolls, please. Okay, Blake. Tom. Okay. Rocks, maybe not Dr. Newton's thing, unless it's ghost rock, and then he'd be all over it. Cole, again, no idea. No idea whatsoever. Not your thing. Blake and Tom. Tom, you get a raise. Blake, you just get a success. So you're kind of staring at this. You realise that it's a form of pegmatite, which is a native rock that is found in that's found in the Black Hills. In particular, beryllium is a fairly common rock source that was found, or that is found in the Black Hills, often used alongside ghost rock in the creation of ghost rock lanterns. Prior to the discovery of ghost rock, it would have been used to create the mantle of a lantern. But this is just a very nice, slightly rough, and you can see where very carefully the shape has been carved out of this pegmatite, but the individual crystalline lumps are just kind of still you can still see them.
Okay.
Let me get you a quick image of what this looks like. There we go. That's an example of pegmatite. In case I don't do a description of it very well.
That's quite cool, though.
What would it look like as a dice?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Many dice.
But it might shatter when you kind of drop it.
I've got glass dice. It couldn't be any more fragile than that.
The skulls, as I say, as far as you can tell, the skulls, and Blake is pretty familiar with this more than any of the rest of you. There are some mice skulls. There are definitely some voles, slightly bigger creatures, all the way up to what appears to be a couple of a skull from a hare. All carefully arranged so that they are looking up the path.
That's not creepy.
I think you'll find it is.
Guess we keep going carefully.
You follow down. You follow the path down, and it kind of comes down, levels out now. You've kind of dropped maybe 300 feet, following this path around the edge of the valley. And as it kind of comes down, it kind of comes back on itself and runs sort of straight down the middle of this valley. You estimate from where you were at the top looking down, the valley might be sort of half a mile in length, maybe 200-300 feet in width. So not huge, but also not small. And gradually the path that you're on starts to give way here and there. You can see more signs of cultivation. It looks like a small area has been fenced off, and an attempt at tilling the land and sowing seeds has been made. The whatever produce had sown looks like it had kind of turned and has started to go a little bit bad. I've been sat in the ground for too long.
Any signs of buildings around?
Just through a cluster of trees in front of you, you can see what appears to be a small cabin.
Cautiously start to approach the cabin.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
suggest sneaking up, but that was
I'm
before the
assuming
black
we.
map appeared.
I'm assuming we picket houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see that there's no light or smoke coming from the cabin that we can see through the trees.
No, it appears to be dark.
Okay.
I've just thrown this map together really quick, but I've just pulled it off the internet. So it looks a little bit modern inside, but imagine that it's not that modern, right?
Yeah.
But it gives you an idea of the layout. So ahead of you through the trees, you're still about 50, 100 feet away from this thing. You can see a modest cabin, not too dissimilar in size to Carmichael's shack, just kind of poking out through a bunch of trees. It is quiet, no real sign of any kind of movement, and in fact, no sign of any kind of recent tending of the garden as you've kind of come up to that. The fence that that kind of cordons off the garden seems like a sensible place to picket your horses if you don't want to head to the actual house itself.
Yeah. Picket the horses, rifle in hand. I'm gonna sneak around the side to see if I can find a window to look through.
Okay. All right. Give me a stealth roll. Yeah, pretty quiet. So you get to the edge, looking down the side. You can see that there appears to be a window, unshuttered, here. The house itself is fairly decent construction, overlapping board, with a nice sort of wooden tiled roof, showing a little bit, a little signs of disrepair in places. The veranda, as you've kind of come up, there would be an old kind of sort of seat, wooden seat for two people there. It seems to be a little bit green with disuse and maybe damp.
Said I'll start making my way. I'll point to the others, then point to myself, and I'll point to the west.
Okay.
I'll start making my way that way.
No problem.
I'll keep heading to.
Any more signs of these statues around here?
No, doesn't appear to be.
Okay, I'm gonna head up to the window and look through.
Glancing through the window, you can see a decent sized living area, a couple of chairs. Kind of in here, there is a what appears to be a fireplace at the far end. You can see the chimney that would obviously go up. It's a single-story building, by the way, not a multi-story building of any kind. There is probably a bison pelt that you can see on the floor. Small table around the chairs, and then towards the back, another sort of table and a couple of chairs, and then like a food prep area, sort of a kitchen area over here. So a couple of kind of cabinets, a bowl for water, etc.
No sign of bodies or anything in there, like
Nope,
someone sitting around or
nope. Seems very
remains.
quiet.
Okay. I'll keep sneaking up to the next corner to look
Okay.
around.
I'm just trying to keep the. I'm at the back still trying to keep the horses quiet.
It's still.
Are you teasing us with those tokens?
Yeah. Yeah. Forget you can see what I'm doing. Just teasing you. Just teasing you. Okay, going to the back. Coming out of the back door, there's a back door here. There is a path that leads off. So if you're kind of, if this is kind of sat in the, if the valley is roughly speaking, north to south in the longest part of the valley, east to west being the sort of the narrowest parts of the valley, and this kind of cabin is sort of sat furthest to the north of the valley, sort of orientated north-south, coming out of the door and heading eastwards. So you're probably crossing it at this point, Tom. You can see what is a path that's kind of running. I could probably draw this on here, sort of running this kind of direction through the field.
Oh, right. Okay.
Through the trees, and through the trees and kind of bending out of view, maybe 10-15 yards inside the tree line.
Okay. Um, okay, I'm gonna head a bit further over towards the tree line. See if I can see anything that it would lead to. Is there a nearby building, or does it go off further?
It is going off further.
Okay, that could be where the mine is.
Hmm.
Continue to move to the west, around the west side of the building. You're not seeing anything untoward here. There's a few areas that have been cleared of trees, but nothing nothing that you wouldn't expect to see.
And it's still deathly quiet. No wildlife or anything here.
It is still quiet.
See, if this has been abandoned, I've expected animals to move in.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll head over to this window and look through there. See if I can see anything else different from that angle. I'm looking for bodies more than anything else, or
Decapitated
creatures.
animals.
Living creatures, or hell, undead creatures going after the last things that we found.
I'll make my way over to that window and have a peek through.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be. You can see that area there. There is a sort of a tin bathtub and a pail, sort of a couple of pails, buckets, and another pail on a stand. Looks like kind of their wash area, and a curtain sort of here that you could pull across for a bit of privacy.
No one there for him to drown.
Recently used or dust on everything?
Dust on everything.
Okay.
What sort of time are we at the moment? Is it
About it's about 4:15 in the afternoon.
Coming up tonight then, because it's September, isn't it?
It's September. It's starting to get dark.
so we do need to clear the house and
I'll head to the door and I'm going to check to see if there's any tracks.
It's kind of like a screen door at the back. It is hanging off one of its hinges. The screen itself seems to have a rip in it, or a hole in it.
Bullet type hole or bigger?
It's a little bit bigger than a typical bullet.
Okay, but the door's still closed. It's still blocking the way in.
The screen door is, as I said, screen door's hanging partly off a hinge. The door beyond is closed. That also has a hole in it.
Okay. Peek through the hole. See if there's a shotgun or something triggered aiming at it before I open the door.
Doesn't appear to be anything that you can see, not at eye level.
Okay,
Cole, as you've kind of stepped up onto the veranda, you notice that by the front door is another mountain lion.
oh, facing down towards where we've just come.
It's not dead. It's alive.
Facing towards.
You've only just seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
His head turns to follow you.
Okay, I'm not going to touch it. What's the door like on this side? Is it in good use or?
The door is in okay. Yeah, it's in okay state. Yes.
I'm just going to try the handle.
What's the window like on it? Is it just shuttered?
The windows are all shuttered, yeah.
Yeah. Can it be opened?
Yeah, you can open the shuttered window, not a problem.
Okay, I'll slowly open it. I just want to get a whiff. Is there any stench coming out of the...
Okay. So, a couple of things here. It's a long sigh from me, wasn't it? As you kind of you kind of open the shutter and carefully pull the shutter open to look sort of through the window beyond. There is a very thin piece of glass in here, quite well made actually. Probably 1 second. Spent a bit of decent time and money. Hang on.
Put your clothes back on.
Oh dear.
Flashed on a live stream. That's disgusting.
Anyway, so that completely put me off. That just threw me completely. My train of thought has just vanished. And yes, that's exactly what happened, Sorentor. That says me right for having my office door open.
If you want to get off the, we'll just finish up here if you want.
No, it's fine.
We'll all take one for the team. Don't worry.
Yeah. No. So, bunch of things happen. Right, as you open the shutters, there's a pane of glass the other side. It's, as I said, it's very thin glass. It's intact glass. Obviously, prevents any smell from coming through. Tom, as you kind of also pull back the shutters, again, there is a pane of glass here. Thin, slightly opaque, but you notice as you kind of peer through, there appears to be a figure lying on the bed. Halt.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, you hear a rumbling roar.
Told you that mountain lion wasn't dead.
I said the head moves.
Over to your left, Colt, from where you're stood, the bushes and the trees, well, the trees not particularly, but yeah, that kind of direction, the bushes begin to shake.
If this is a zombie juggernaut, I'm just exit stage west.
It's the abomination from last night.
And then out from the edge of the tree line comes
Bigfoot.
what appears to be
Yogi.
a black bear.
Black bears make noise. That's it, isn't it? Black bears make noise, brown bears play dead. Is that it?
Yeah, that looks like a grizzly.
Yeah, you fuck cop. Sorry.
Black bears are not grizzlies.
No, they're different.
No.
And they're not black. They're not actually. Well, they are black, but they're not. They don't have to be.
Yeah.
I don't think.
As that happens, the figure on the bed rolls over.
Oh.
Let us take a quick. I only need 10 minutes. 10-minute break.
Awesome.
I need a drink, actually.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick 10
Yeah,
minute
yeah, yeah.
break, and
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
then we'll come back. No, I'm not going to distract myself.
You come back looking flushed. That's it. You know.
If I do, that is exactly it.
10 minutes then.
See you in 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
It'll toy with you.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Brown bear, if you run or fight back, it'll fuck you up or catch you. So play dead. It's your only chance. You've got to hope it's bored or not hungry. And black bear, they're really skittish.
When I tried the door, when I tried the door, was it locked?
No, it would not appear to be locked.
Somebody's going in the house.
You climb the tree and it climbs the tree after you. It's a brown bear. If it tears the tree down with you in it, it's a black bear.
Roll your initiative.
Or a dire bear.
Okay, yeah.
There's no advice for dire bears. It's just not got that far.
All right, so let's begin combat. Top of the round is the thing that you don't see. Well, you do see it.
I see it through the window.
This figure kind of rolled itself up, still covered in a sheet. As it is so, you notice that parts of the sheet are covered in, well, they're brown stained sheets now. This thing kind of pushes the sheet off, rises to its feet, and sort of
start bollock naked.
Takes a look around. Well, it probably is. However, I think, yes. Let me just double check something. Could I get? See what happens. Right, hang on. Can I undo that?
I was going to say, I'm distracted.
Yeah, give me a second. I understand. I think I understand this now. So. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so you're not distracted. Right. So as this thing comes and kind of the sheet kind of falls off it, the first thing you see, obviously, well, not obviously, it is naked. It was probably a man once upon a time. There is no skin from the neck to the navel, and it sort of stops at the elbows. It's just a mass of brown, mangled tissue and muscle from this thing.
Am I still sneaking?
Well, what I would like you to do... Right, so can you see that thing on screen? The fear check? No.
No.
Right, can you see
now
it?
I know. Yes.
Okay, highlight your token and hit the fear roll.
Creature fear penalty.
There is no... It's a 0 penalty, so it's a straight up just fear check. Okay. All right. Oh, hang on. That might be the wrong thing to do.
Check first to see if you fail, then
roll the check first. Sorry, yeah, roll the check first, then we'll come back to see what happens. So just hit the fear check.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. So. Nice. Well, I believe you make that fear check. Check. Oh, no, I was going to look in here actually. Fear checks. Makes a fear check. A spirit roll as a free action when they first spot a creature with the fear ability. Success means a character manages to overcome the situation and carry on. A failed fear check means the unfortunate soul faces consequences. Yeah, so you see this thing, and for a very brief second, you're like, oh no, that's not good. And you kind of push that overwhelming sense of fear out as you realize you need to act. So that's its move to there. It's then going to come through the curtain to here. I'm not sure. It's pace of 4, so 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to there. Okay, it's done. Dr. Newton, you can see this bear come barreling out of the, starting to come out the woods. It hasn't quite come out yet.
Okay. So I've got a move and an action, haven't I?
You have a move and an action, yes.
So from
I currently have a phobia minor under my effects. Should I delete that then?
Yeah, delete that for now. Yeah.
so
You might
Ace-
still end up with one by the end of this fight, but you know.
A6, is that 3 squares or 5 squares? Or 1, 2, 3, is that 6?
Yeah.
That's the normal. That 3 squares is the normal move. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and use an entangle spell, or a power rather, entangle.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Or maybe not. Hang on. What's my range? No, I'm not. That's far too far away. 1, 2. These are two
What's-
2 yard squares. 2,
What's the
4.
range?
Range 10.
Colt's in range.
Hang on. Let me just
I wanna
double
get
check
closer.
let me just double check what the range is set in here. So I think I've left this at distance of 1 inch now. So we'll say the squares are 2 yards each, just to give us a. So it's a fairly large shack.
So actually, if I run to there, hold on,
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's still a little bit too far.
too far. Right. So in which case, I'm going to run further. I'm going to stick to. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, 12 yards. Okay, that makes more sense. So I'm not going to do that. Get off. Go away. No.
I'll sort that, don't we?
I'm going to go back to that square over there. Then I'm not going to do that. For fuck's sake, stop it! Oh, I know what I've done. Me. There we go. Right. So I'm going to stay there.
Okay.
And now I've closed my token because I was being obtuse. Okay, at which point I'm going to prepare my Winchester.
Okay.
I'm not going to fire it yet unless he comes towards me. I'm just sort of backing away and trying not to antagonise him. Okay. It's me done for now.
Okie doke. Let's go to.
Oh shit, there's another one.
There is. Curtains blocking your view of it, though, at the moment.
Good.
The bear. Okay. As the bear comes crashing out of the woods, I'm gonna have to kind of do this slightly differently. So I'm gonna throw this up again. Both Holt and Dr. Newton, can you both make fear checks, please? This bear is missing a vast swathe of its fur.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay, so Dr. Newton is absolutely fine. This is just another day in the taxidermy lab.
Another day in the laboratory.
But Cole, do you wish to Benny that? Oh no, you've succeeded. You're fine. You've succeeded as well. I keep looking for the green thing, and it's not what I'm looking for. Okay. It appears that, like, across its back, half of its face, across its stomach, down one of its arms, it's just raw sinew and muscle, and you can see the look of decay and the sense of decay about this bear. This bear is not alive.
What's worrying me is what the hell did that to the bear?
Colt, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to shout, use the bloody dynamite! And then I'm going to shoot the bear.
Shoot the bear.
No, I've not got my shotgun out, it's my Colt, so here we go.
Shoot the bear.
No! I will Benny.
Okay.
I'm going to Benny that.
You're going to Benny that? I don't blame you.
That's a lot better.
Okay, that is a hit with a raise.
Right, so it's some damage, don't you?
Yep.
Keep it going. Ah.
And
I was aiming for its head.
Did you? Well, you can't aim for its head. That would
No.
be a cold shot to the head.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a real pain in the arse.
No.
Thinking this is going to be a real nasty little thing. Just double check to recover from shaken. Right, its toughness goes to 9 then. No, 8. Its toughness goes to 10. Okay. So actually it takes 3 wounds. Still enough to drop it because you put it well over. Okay, yeah, okay. Basically, you're like almost in a kind of a sense of holy fervor. You know, you call upon your God, the Christian God, to bless your bullets as you squeeze a round off. And although you've not kind of specifically taken time to aim at this thing's head, somehow you get it square between the eyes, and this thing just takes 2 or 3 more steps forwards and just collapses in a heap.
Lovely. I will do my cross. I will cross myself.
Testicles, wallet, and watch.
You got it. Thank you, Lord. And as I'm doing that, I'm also going to... I've not moved, I've just fired. Can I use one of my powers?
You can. Yep, you have. You would be at -2 to your shooting.
Oh,
Yeah,
in which
you'd have done that.
Yeah, in which case I won't then.
You would have still hit, but it wouldn't have been with a raise, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to roll your extra damage.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so remember that you can absolutely do 2 or 3 actions. You just need to make the declaration before you start making any rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom. It's all going off, and you hear the distinct sound of a Colt pistol being fired from somewhere out front of the building, as well as a yell of "Use the bloody dynamite."
The hole that was in this door, is it big enough for me to be able to sight through and shoot with the rifle?
You'd be able to shove your rifle through it, but you would be on a -2 penalty. There isn't a massive sort of sight.
Okay.
But then you might get a +2 for steadying it because it's resting on the door.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. Okay, I'll open the door. Go back, open the door, and then take a shot at it. Let's see. How far does it move? Yeah. Okay, then I'll shoot it with the rifle.
Okay. You throw the door open and then shoot it with the rifle. Go for it.
Nice.
That's a hit with a raise.
Wanted to confirm before I did anything in case it did something funky.
$13 damage. I am actually drawing walls in if things start disappearing from your view.
It's got armor penetration, but I don't think it's got armor, has it?
No. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Again, this thing just kind of collapses under the force of the shot.
Good. Can I see the other one now? Or is that out of view?
Are you trying to see the other one?
No, I'm just checking in case I need to make a fear check.
Hold on. I can't tell. Can you see it?
I don't think I can because I'm outside and
Yeah,
the wall would be in the way.
yeah, I think the wall is a little bit in the way at the moment. So no, you can't at the moment.
Okay, so I'm ending turn at the moment.
Okay. Blake seems to be all kicking off.
So I've heard a gunshot from the back.
Yeah.
Did I hear anything internally on the impact or anything with doors opening or?
You'll have heard doors open, yes,
And possibly the body falling to the floor.
and probably a dull thud. That's usually the kind of sound of a body falling to the floor. Yeah.
I will. My action will be to run then. That's movement. Is it plus a d6?
Movement plus a d6. Yeah.
Okay. Seven squares. That's to me. And that's me done.
Okay. So as you come around the corner, you can. Oh, you probably can't actually.
Trees are down.
The trees will be in the way. Yeah. Okay. So we go to top of the round. We all roll initiative, and we start with Colt on his Ace of Hearts.
Yes, I shall be using my spell.
Say it with conviction, man. You're a man of the cloth.
Yes, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not. What was it? Either I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. Giddy, giggity.
Bitty, bitty, bitty.
Is that done? Has that done it? Is that added on or not?
You need to make a faith roll.
That's right, I do, don't I? Sorry. Where's my dignity for gone? Go. Too many windows. Sorry.
There we go. Should all be walled off a bit better now. Yeah, I believe that's a success. So you can apply deflection to yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have to refresh the map because I can still see the interior?
Yeah, I can still see everything as well.
Oh, what have I done there?
I'll click on refresh on the screen just in case. No, I can still see everything.
That's because. That better?
No,
It's all
no, I
black.
can't
It's
see.
all black. I can't see anything.
How is that?
That's better. Yeah.
Same for me.
It's black for me still.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
can just see. I can just see Tom.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see Blake, but I can also see the Patchwork Man.
Yeah, it'd be the edge of your box, won't it? Edge of your square.
There you go. Everybody should have vision now. Yeah.
One vision.
Yeah. Okay, Colt. So you have deflection running on you, right?
Yeah.
So foes. So you need to remind me. People need to subtract 2 from melee or ranged attacks against you because you didn't get a raise.
Yeah.
Cool. You spent your power points, yeah?
I have indeed.
Anything else you want to do? You still have an action. Oh, you still have a move, effectively.
The bear's dead, so I'm now going to move down to there. So I've got a clear line of sight of the door, seeing as I can hear things rumbling around inside.
Gotcha. No problem. Tom, you're up.
There's also a nimbus around me now.
Right. I can see Blake. I'll shout there's undead inside. And I can see the Patchwork Man from here.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, let me give you a fear check.
Do I get bonuses because it's far away?
Nope. And actually, it's a -2. So when you make your check, you need to do so with a -2 penalty, please.
I'm pennying that.
Gonna penny it. Perfect.
Oh. Rolled a
Okay.
6.
Now take.
The Benny knocked it off the 6.
Now
Yeah.
take
Was that right?
fear roll, please.
That's bullshit.
And then I'll show you a picture of it.
The Benny knocked it off the 6. That's bullshit.
Okay. You need to move immediately away. Your full pace plus a running die directly away. You wouldn't go through the trees. I would say you'd probably head in this direction. You'd head over that way. So give me a d6. All right. So move that plus. There you go. Run. Move 8. 8 paces.
Is that 8 squares or 4 squares?
Should be 4 squares.
I thought it was 1 square equals 2 yards.
Oh, yes, 1 square is 2 yards, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 8 squares then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you move 8 squares, basically. Your pace is how many squares you move.
Yeah, I can't seem to shoot him anymore.
You watch as Blake, you watch as Tom kind of seems to step forward with rifle up, and the next thing you know, he goes running with a bit of a yell, he kind of runs out towards the clearing to the north of the trees.
So he turns to me and says, "There's undead inside!" Looks back and goes, "Fuck."
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
But
It's Frankenstein.
But it is, but in patchwork places, like one leg, his back is bear fare. Like half of his face is bear, is kind of like the face of a bear. So it's that more than anything. Yeah, it's Frankenstein, but it's that more than anything that really kind of makes you just go, no, I don't want to deal with this, not right now.
And he's got a chicken foot.
You do count as shaken, by the way, which I think is applied, has it?
I've got a yellow symbol around me, whatever that means.
Which is shaken, yes. Cool. All right, so we go to the patchwork man. Rah. It is going to.
You just skipped me.
We go to Blake.
Okay, I will move.
Yeah, so
actually,
for everybody going forwards, if we assume that your pace is the number of squares you move, basic.
Okay, I am going to stay at this corner.
Yep.
And actually, I'll probably move into cover there. I can see the back door, and I will aim at the back door and ready a shot for any gribbler that comes out of it.
Okay.
Colt, once he's dealt with this.
Okay. Now it's a patchwork man. He doesn't open the door, he smashes through the door. And then kind of closes in on Tom. And then he's going to take a swing at Tom, but it's technically going to be counting as his third action. So he's going to swing at you, sorry, Colt, with a minus.
No, you said Tom first.
2.
Yeah, miles away in the opposite direction. I was
fully expecting Colt to be stood up against the wall and 2 arms to come through the wall.
Yeah.
I'm just checking all its abilities, sorry. Okay, so can I get, let's start with this. Can I get, well, when do you make a fear roll?
When it comes through the door.
Yeah, this is where he makes a fear roll, has to run instantly and outruns it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as it comes through the door, can both, yeah, so there we go. Can both Tom and Dr. Newton make fear checks at -2, please?
That's Colt and Doctor.
That's exactly what I said.
At -2.
At -2, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I failed.
Oh, Benny.
And you can absolutely Benny.
Nice.
Nicer.
Colt and Dr. Newton. Okay, both of you kind of, this thing comes bursting out, and you kind of get this sense of a fairly strange looking man, quite hairy. Because of the nature of it, it has this, it's called coop fresh flesh. So it really doesn't smell as bad. The decay is kind of is significantly decreased for this kind of creature. But anyway, you both kind of go, okay, it's a big fucker. Let me just shoot the shit out of it. And then, as I say, it closes. No, don't close the door. It closes on Colt, and then we'll take a swing at Colt.
Don't forget -2.
But with a -2, it's actually not a swing. It is going to be a bite.
We've seen some weird shit in our time, so we're used to this.
Dr. Newton's made some weird shit like this in his turf.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out whether the bits on the man that are furry match the bits on the bear that are missing.
That are missing, yeah.
Oh no, I saw the dice come in.
It hits you, but without a raise, so don't panic. It does hit. Oh, with a -2 though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 3. So I'm going to Benny because I'm being nasty, and that's even worse. So this thing kind of goes and tries to kind of chomp down on you with its teeth, and you kind of shove it away with your the hand that hasn't got the pistol in, with the hand that's holding the good book, and you kind of shove it away, and it kind of staggers back a little bit, and it's then Dr. Newton's turn.
Unfortunately, its creator forgot to put the teeth in. He tried to gum you to death.
Right, I'm going to move to there.
Yep.
And then I am going to use my blast power.
Oh, go for it.
Have you got any templates on it that actually work? Well, that one.
Yeah. How big do you want it?
I thought you said blast powder.
Blast power.
Blast power. Just my couplings.
How big?
It's the template is. Hang on.
I'm glad I wasn't stood there.
Says it's 9 yards long and 3 yards at the longest point.
It's a cone, then, is it?
It's a cone template, correct?
So
the cone here says 9 yards, which would be that. So I would just tweak that ever so slightly so that it's not getting. There we go. Oops. Yeah, except just twist it slightly so it's not.
Yeah, so it's not getting the dock. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, go for it.
Just where's my character sheet gone? Okay.
So I guess you need to make a weird science roll.
I do.
How'd you make a lady?
What?
Total fitty. That's what he makes.
Oh, nice.
That is a success with a raise.
Okay, so what we get as optional raises on this. Sorry, yeah, burst. 2d6.
So Patrick,
raise takes the damage to 3d6.
Nice.
So I'm assuming at that point I target the creature there. Have I done that right? And then I hit my damage, which will be that. And then we add 1d6 plus 1d6. I think that's right. And we roll.
10 points of damage. Okay, reduce your power points by that amount.
One there.
It is shaken as you kind of blast this thing. It kind of staggers it back a little bit, but it does seem quite hardy, and you don't seem to have done as much as you were kind of expecting to. Okay. I guess that's the end of that round then, yeah?
Yep.
Colt, you're still top of the round.
Okay, I've pushed him back a little bit. I'm gonna then grab my crucifix from my necklace.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do this. Holy symbol.
Okay.
The bearer of the symbol must make a spirit roll as a free action. The creature subtracts 2 if the blessed cast with a raise.
Okay. So make your spirit roll. Spend your power points. Make your spirit roll. Okay. It's a success. It's not a raise.
Okay, once invoked, supernatural evil creature, direct physical attack. What's make damage? Just make a spirit roll or free action. Right.
But to attack you, it needs to make a spirit roll.
Indeed, yeah.
But it
It's
doesn't have a.
like Sanctuary in D&D, then, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have a penalty.
No.
Cool.
And then I will take a shot at it with a -2 penalty, isn't it?
It is at a -2 penalty, yes. But it's also at point blank range, so I don't know if that adds. So, yeah. Yeah, so you'd have a multi-action penalty, and then no, there's nothing for point blank range, so it'd just be the multi-action penalty at the top. Let me clear that template. Okay.
Oh, I've got 1 Benny left, bugger it.
Are you going to use it?
Yep.
Nice.
Bloody hell. Nice.
Oh.
Okay, it's not a raise, but it's a success.
It was already shaken, so.
So just 7 damage.
With AP1, if that counts.
Okay. Again, you watch as the bullet kind of tears a chunk off its kind of hairy shoulder, but it doesn't really seem to stop it or slow it down.
And that is me done, sir.
This is where I wish this we had leveled up. I'd be able to hurt this now.
Okay. The creature shakes off its shaken status and attacks you. I believe. Let me just double check. It has succeeded with a raise, which I think means it can act. In which case, it is going to. Right, so that's its shaken status. It's then going to try and attack you. So it needs to make a spirit roll with a minus. No minus. It succeeds. So it swings at you, Cole, and for a second you feel as though your God has forsaken you, much like he forsook Jesus Christ on the cross.
Yep.
And this thing tries to bite you. And it's going to do so with a -2 penalty.
It's always that third dice, isn't it?
Or did I just roll? I think I just. Oh, hang on. Ignore that. That was me rolling. Yeah, ignore that. That was me rolling the damage. It's a lot of damage. -2. Roll. I'm going to Benny. Because, I'm a DM and I can. It's going to hit you for normal damage. That was with the -2. So, yep, it's going to hit you for normal damage. I apologise for this, Medi.
It's all right, I deserve it.
Okay. Do you wish? Have you've got no bennies left, have you?
No, I'm bennied out.
Okay, so you're taking a wound.
No.
And you are shaken.
No, chicken all
As this thing kind of bites a chunk into, bites into your shoulder, you feel the teeth kind of penetrate through your clothing and kind of tear a chunk out of your shoulder. It hurts like hell.
I'm going to need a tetanus.
Blake.
There's plenty of spare parts to fix itself with.
As nothing's come out of the back door yet, I assumed originally that something was coming straight out the way that Tom shit himself and ran off. I will start running towards the front now.
Have you put anything into the back door? I mean, that's just the wrong thing to say.
You're speedy.
All right.
Right, don't forget.
We'll make it.
That's
I'll
not a
skip
wall there.
something
That's
on.
just like a veranda, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a veranda in front of you. Yeah.
And I think that's me done. I can't see anything
Yeah.
to act with at the end of that run. So
Dr. Newton.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to just do the same again.
Nice. Okay, we know you can hit it. I won't bother putting the template down, so we know you can hit it.
Okay. So it's a straight weird science roll. Which is down there. Oh, I will Benny that. And roll again. That's a hit, isn't it? But it's not a raise.
A hit, but not a raise, correct.
So we're going to do that one there. And roll that.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Again, doesn't really seem to have no effect. The thing kind of turns and casually looks in your direction. Anything else, Dr. Newton?
Bugger. No.
Bugger, he says. Best bit in PoE 2 when you fight that big skeleton, that big colossus thing, and you're a mercenary, he just goes, oh, shite.
which Colossus is that? The one on the dais?
That's the first one. You're on the dais, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you're up. You can make a spirit roll to break your shaken status.
Roll spirits will spend a penny. I assume spending a penny automatically does it.
Correct.
Or a roll spirit. Right.
Yeah.
I'm at -2 on the spirit.
No?
Right, okay. I'll roll spirit then. Give it a go.
Beautiful. 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 Yep, you have lost your shaken status.
I guess I'm running because there's no way I can get back there fast enough. So what do I do for running? Do I need to pick anything?
D6.
Just
Roll a D6 and add it onto your normal 6 movement, yeah. And if you can act after that, it's -2 20 shots, unless you've got steady hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near back. So that's 6, 8 will be moving.
That's where you came from, wasn't it? At the back door?
8 squares, yeah. Yeah, it gets you to the back door.
Yeah, there we go.
You can just about see it. You can just see this thing. Just like a partial corner of it kind of wailing on, well, you don't know what it's wailing on, but you can see one of its arms flailing.
Does that mean I can get a shot, or was that
You
all
can, yes, you can get a shot
at -2?
at -2.
Right, okay. I'll give it a go.
What's medium range for your rifle?
Uh,
All right,
yeah.
I don't think it matters.
It says 24, 48, 96. So I'm guessing 48.
So 12 squares. Yeah, well,
Um,
so it'd be 13 squares to 24 squares would count as short range.
Check for the cover as well, if you can only see a little bit of it.
Yeah, it would probably have cover. What do you roll of 6? Even with a 2 points of cover and a -2 for shoot, you're still going to hit it. I mean, your 6 isn't a raise anyway, so roll your damage. Yeah, you're getting to know this. It's not going to do anything.
It's got 2 AP, whether that makes a difference or not. But
It's not armor that you're struggling with. It's toughness.
okay.
I don't think AP beats toughness.
No, I don't think it does.
No, purely armor.
Yeah, that's why perception is good.
All right, top of round 4. We Colt again.
He's the card shark, not me.
No.
Colt,
You don't.
you're shaken, so you need to shake your shaken off. It should have offered to shake your shaken off. Shaky shaken.
Yeah, roll spirit or spend a bit. Penny, but you won't go. Nice.
Okay. Yep, you've broken your shaken with a raise, so happy days.
You don't need to worry about the -2. I forgot I did a little thing in my quick access which turns on cover for that.
Okay.
For my shield.
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. Glaring at this thing in pain. I'm gonna just get my Colt and fire into it.
All right, go for it.
Clear when you're shaking your action.
Sorry.
Hello?
It's clear when you're shaken your action.
I thought
No, it's a
if
can't
free
remember.
action.
I thought you get a raise. I thought it was your action if you don't get a raise, but if you get a raise, it's
Oh, he's got a raise, yeah.
he got a raise. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I was trying to find a rule book, but I can't find one on my. I haven't found it yet.
If you're shaking and you're rolling, it's a free action to make it. If you make it, you carry on as normal. It's
Gotcha.
page. I've got it open. Page 94 of Savage Worlds.
Oh, the Savage Worlds rules.
Yeah. Success, the character is no longer shaken, may act normally.
That was
Gotcha.
terrible damage with a raise.
Okay, terrible damage with a raise is 5 points of damage.
Yeah,
And
Big
you
difference from
rolled
30.
with a raise, did you?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, didn't do anything. Okay,
I can't just. No, I'm not going to step back. I'm going to just stand there.
okay. Dr. Newton.
Let's see if we can. Yeah, same again. I think's the answer.
Okay. I'll wait for you to burn through your PowerPoints. This hasn't happened before.
Well, I may as well use them. I've got them. Right.
Remember, your cover lasts for 5 rounds, Medi. So
yep.
this would be round 2 now. So it will go off on round 8, I believe.
I'll be dead before then.
Cool.
What do I need
Did I
to
say
do?
cool? It's going to hit, but without a raise.
Okay. Let's go again then. So let's take post out and roll some damage. Not enough.
It is not enough. No. This thing is very tough, and you're just pelting everything you've got at it, and it doesn't really seem to be stopping it. Anything else, Dr. Newton? You still have another action.
Run
up and punch it.
That sounds like I can throw dynamite, but that
Yeah, do
might
it.
not be appreciated. I suppose I can just shoot it with a pistol, couldn't I?
Yeah, you would have rolled at -2 for your other thing, but go for it.
Yeah. No, I'll leave it in. That's fine.
Okay. All right, Patchwork Man. Okay, so Patchwork Man is going to.
And he painted patchwork men and patchwork cats and dogs.
I'd clobber you for that.
He's going to attempt to attack Colt. First of all, makes his roll. Oh, he doesn't. In which case, he's going to step 1, 2, 3, and he's going to take a. Right, let's just have a look at the wording of that spell.
I keep forgetting there's no attacks of opportunities there.
No.
No. Then again, you don't have any in Pathfinder anyway.
Okay. So this is. It doesn't say that. Okay. So he's going to move to there. And he's going to take a swing at Doc Newton this time. Well, it's not a swing. He kind of lumbers across the railings and tries to bite down on the Doc. He's going to get you. And he's going to get you with a raise. This is going to hurt.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1. Come on! It's twice I've called it tonight.
That's lovely.
Oh dear. You are shaken as this thing kind of bites down and just misses you, grabbing and splintering some wood from the edge of the balcony as he does so. But that's it. That's its go done. So now we get to Tom, Mr. Lowry.
So I want you to give me tomorrow's lottery winning numbers, please.
I can't share those.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Can't see him. Actually, how far can I roll forward? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably the closest I can get.
Okay.
Um,
Still can't see him.
Can I use my other action to move? That's all I do.
It's a run, isn't it? So you'd roll a d6 and move that many more squares.
Right, I'll do that. Another 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blake.
I have to step around the corner.
And I'm going to ask you
make
to roll
a fear check.
You're going to make a fear check with -2. Beautiful. Absolutely fine. You're all now immune to this thing for a while.
Okay. I am going to continue moving a little bit to get a better angle to there. And I'm going to do a cold shot for the head.
Okay, so cold shot to the head, yeah, that's a penalty, but I think it allows you to do that on the attack roll.
Yeah, -4, I think it is.
Yeah. Cold shot to the head, yeah. Head or vitals.
I mean, let's face it, a bear's head is going to be massive, isn't it?
I can't even Benny it.
No, snake
Mother-
eyes can't be bennied.
Have you just shot the dock?
I have just shot the dock, yeah, I think.
Okay. No, your weapon, your Winchester is jammed. One of the bullet that you just tried to fire doesn't go off and seems to kind of get caught inside the breech mechanism.
Drop it.
No problem. Okay, let's go to top of next round. And let's see who starts. We start with Tom this time.
Let's move forward and see if I can find him.
I've got this picture now of everybody closing in on this thing, just opening up with everything that they've got.
It's like Shaun of the Dead with the pool cues, isn't it?
Yeah, until it dies or you die.
Or kill each other in a crossfire.
Hasn't actually got a wound yet. This is tough. I'm not actually sure you can kill it.
If I'd have been able to level up, I'd have been able to get things that would be weak, create its weaknesses type of thing, but
yeah,
we haven't got that far.
Yeah, I apologize. I keep forgetting to do that. So we will do that at the end of this session. You will all get a level up or whatever it's called. Is it an advance?
Yeah. And that's my last penny.
A worthy Benny.
That's a hit, but not a raise. Let's just hope right.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Just think
Okay,
Yahtzee.
see. Yeah. No.
The creature is shaken. As you kind of just pepper it with rounds, the thing kind of staggers a little bit. And then it kind of looks over its shoulder at you. Okay. Colt, you're up.
No, it's Blake.
Blake,
I'm the one that actually clicks it and turn.
Yeah, sorry, Blake, you're up.
I will draw my pistol and shoot it then.
Okay.
Try not to roll double one. In its head, by the way. Again, cut another cold shot.
Okay, go for another cold shot. Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit worrying. Straight line through the head to me.
I won't get that far at lodging its skull.
you'll have avoided it by the time it gets there anyway. Oh, nice.
Wow, that's a hit, but no raise.
So it's +4 damage.
Yep. Nice. Makes a difference.
Nice.
Very nice.
16 damage. Okay. As you kind of hit this thing in the head, you see the bullet kind of goes into the human flesh side and kind of exit slightly at the back, causing a little bit of a cranial damage. This thing kind of staggers a little bit, but it's still on its feet. It's still able to act.
Behave yourself.
Colt, you're up.
Right, I'm intending to move after I shoot. Do you want to put a...
No, you don't have a penalty. If you're going to do something other than moving and then move,
No.
So if you shot and then did something else, like cast a spell or something, then yes, you would absolutely need to take a -2 penalty.
Well, I've missed. So.
No bennies?
No.
No pennies left.
Love the fact that you're all burning through your bennies. Patchwork Man is going to roll. He breaks his shaken. He is going to jump over here. And close with Blake. And then he's going to take a swing. And, well, bite Blake, actually, not swing.
Stick your finger in his head.
He is. Ooh. Why do we have a -1 penalty to bite Blake? Don't know.
Wound level.
Wound level. Correct. Which means he misses.
Ah, that explains my -1.
Dr. Newton. Yeah, it would do.
Right, how do we get rid of the shaken?
It should pop up and ask you to roll a spirit roll. If you succeed, you act as normal. If you fail, you don't.
Roll a spirit.
Nice.
Hey, think I've managed that.
You absolutely manage that, yes.
I'm going to try something slightly different.
And if you remember the last time you had an advance?
A while ago, we've only had 3, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah, only 3.
What session is this, Medi?
We're on 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go with, I'm going to attempt to entangle
Ooh.
the creature.
Go for it.
Right, range is smart, so that's 10 yards. Yeah, I'm close enough.
He's entangling it with Blake.
No, so you can move away from him, and hopefully he's entangled.
Yeah.
He goes well,
Just
he's
checking.
bound. Right, here we go. Weird science roll. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so he's not only entangled, he is bound.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay, that's 2 more power points.
See if there is a condition that I can apply for this.
So yeah, 2 conditions, so bound and entangled.
There is a bound because I almost put it on myself.
There we go. Nice. Nice. Okie doke. He is bound and entangled. What does that mean? Let's have a look,
So
everybody.
He can attempt to,
Oh,
on his
shit.
turn, I think he can attempt a strength check with a target of, well, hardiness of 8.
It also
Yeah.
means
Bound is distracted, vulnerable, as long as he remains bound and cannot make physical actions other than trying to break free.
Okay, he's trying to break free because he wants to break free. Okay,
and we
anything
found
else,
another
Dr.
fetish.
Newton? You still have technically a move left.
No, I'm fine.
Patchwork Man. He is bound. So what can he do? How does he get out of bound?
I think it's
really
strength. I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
I think it's strength.
Page 98, there we
Of which one?
Yeah.
Oh, but
Which book out of them all?
Bound, break free. Attempt to break free is an action using strength at -2 or athletics with success. An entangled hero is free once entanglement or grappler. A bound character improves to entangled with a success with a raise, he's free.
Okay. He failed. I wonder if I applied. I think I applied too many negatives then, because I think it's already taken him into consideration. But he still failed, so he's still bound. He's struggling to try and break these. Is it vines that you've got him entangled with, or anything, or something else?
It's a sticky glue.
Oh, you've
Just all
Gorilla
over him.
glue.
you've
Yes.
spit all over him. Tom, you're up.
So excited about the anatomy of this strange creature I've got.
I must take him apart.
Yeah, Tom, you're up.
I shall take a shot. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to improve that.
But he's vulnerable, right?
He's
Yeah.
vulnerable, yep.
Yep. Right.
He's got
So
full threat.
yeah. So he's got distracted, entangled, vulnerable, and bound all ticked. That's cool. Okay. Cool. I don't know what vulnerable means.
I think it's quite hard to find what all of these are in the book.
Vulnerable actions and attacks against the target are made at a +2 until the end of the next turn. This doesn't start with the drop, so +2 to attack.
Yeah, it's counted. It will be counted, Kath, so you don't need to add it.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't see anything to actually modify it anyway.
Yeah, and distracted is you get a -2 to all your trait rolls until the end of the next turn. So he's on -2 to trait rolls, and we get +2 to attack.
That was a trait roll, not a shooting roll you did there, by the looks of things. It didn't count the 2.
No.
So that would be an 8, which would be a raise. So roll your damage with a raise.
Ooh.
Nice.
Awesome. Will it count that as an 8?
There you go. So under choose a modifier, trait modifiers, you have target is vulnerable.
So you
Didn't see that.
we have applied.
That's saying hitting the vulnerables.
Fuck me, did you do that much damage?
Yep.
I am going to spend my last penny, try and soak some of this damage. Because I'm mean like that. Ooh. Makes no difference. Battered guts. The shot from Tom's rifle kind of goes through the creature's back, explodes out of his stomach, spraying the ground with a load of gut, gore, and bits of entrail as this thing kind of still kind of stuck in the glue, just kind of collapses to the ground and just gets even more stickiness with the ground. So let's end combat there.
If it's still got any consciousness, I will just put a bullet through its head.
Yeah, you kill it. No problem. All right.
And then put my pistol away, or reload it, and then pick my rifle up and clear it.
Yeah, so everybody reload your weapons, because if you don't, you'll go into your next combat, whenever that might be, without fully loaded weapons.
I only discharged one weapon. 9.
Yep, that's fully reloaded now.
So Entangle's quite useful, provided you get the raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Got 50. I'll have to do it manually.
Yeah, if I go in and edit it, it never saves it. So I've got to spam reload.
Mine's literally putting one bullet in at a time.
That's
Yeah.
because you don't have a speed loader.
I do.
Ah,
I have for my pistol, not for my rifle. I've got 2 speed load cylinders.
Yeah, I've got a speed loader.
So I've run to my horse, I've grabbed my shotgun, come back and gone, oh, he killed it.
Ouch.
Okay,
So
I'm
back in-
going to burn some small
Doctor,
power
what the
points.
hell? What the hell is this thing?
I want to look at the creature the second creature we destroyed, and see and try and compare it to the bits of the bear.
Okay.
That's the third one.
Give me a weird science roll. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Indeed. Oh, sorry, that was Colt's healing. Nice.
Just for your knowledge, that's the third creature we killed. There's another one inside.
Oh, interesting.
So, there appears to be. Yes, so without a raise. Okay, right now, there are definitely two types of kind of skin, if you like. There are bits of bear fur, and yes, they absolutely match the fur on the remains of the bear. And then there are at least two different skin colours that make up the human skin portions of this creature.
Are they both Caucasian skins, or are they?
No, one is
Okay.
Caucasian, and one is, you suspect, Indian.
The body inside's missing parts as well, so that might be matched up with this.
So okay, so I'll take some time to inspect the other body as well and see if any of those parts match up.
Yeah, you can spend sort of 10-15 minutes kind of going backwards and forwards and comparing, and you suspect that the chest of the body inside is definitely parts of the chest of this creature, and bits of the front of the forearm would appear to be the bits of the arms that are missing from the other man inside.
It just seems to have been, say, surgically put together. Is there any evidence of the surgeries taking place in the cabin?
There is.
Could this be the work of Lucian? He was doing something weird in that place in Deadwood.
If I put you into here, so if you come into here, this looks like at one point it was a workshop of some kind. The floor itself is covered in blood, and there is just bits of flesh discarded here and there. Most of that will have rotted now and kind of turned into that greyish, horrible, yucky stuff. But it definitely looks like this is where the thing was assembled. But there are no other bodies.
Are there any, I'll say, sort of notes or tools or clues about how it was achieved? Because generally, sewing bits of dead things back together, they still don't get up and walk away.
Give me a weird science roll.
I'm going looking for any paperwork that might indicate who this person was that lived here.
5.
There are a couple of pieces of paper that have been kind of left, probably on the worktop, splattered in blood, but they appear to have a number of symbols that you really don't understand on them, as well as kind of some words that are in English but make no sense whatsoever.
Okay.
Or words that are written in English letters that make no sense whatsoever. In terms of who owns the place, it looks like you find a in the bedside, sort of the bedside cabinet, you will find folded up amongst other bits of paper a claim holding for a Robert Kellerman.
Yeah, I suspected as much, but wanted confirmation.
The writing, it's definitely in handwriting though. The thing on the is in handwriting. Is in.
It's handwritten. So
It's handwritten. Yeah.
I've got occult. It's not occult writings or anything.
Give me an occult roll. Lovely. The symbols, words, and writing do seem to describe a way to infuse occult power into a corpse that has been stitched together from multiple sources.
That's not worrying at all. So it's an instruction guide on how to do it.
It is an instruction guide on the chanting and the symbols that you need to draw on the body in order to make it happen.
Hide that
So
from the
this
doc.
Should
This
this
isn't
be
powered.
destroyed?
This isn't powered by Ghost Rock. This is something completely blasphemous.
Yeah.
Correct.
I say we destroy this piece of paper with the instructions so nobody else can
Or create our own army.
use it. Excuse me, I'm the occultist, you're the priest. This is backwards.
Somebody's like, I want to preserve the bit of paper for the knowledge it imparts.
No. There's curiosity and then there's going too far.
Well, it's curiosity.
I suppose you could but erase one letter out of it.
Yeah, change a couple of words so that the corpse explodes once you activate it.
Well, if I've seen it, I'm going to just walk in there and tear it up.
I'm looking to see whether I had a lighter to set it aflame.
Medi,
I've got to
you
memorize
do
it.
know that you have the pacifist minor.
I do, yes.
And you realise that means you would never fight a living creature, no matter what.
Yeah, unless I've been attacked by it.
Self-defense, yeah.
Yeah.
When given no other choice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just double checking. Okay. Are you burning this or are you keeping it? It's entirely up to you. You're burning it. Okay. All right. This appears to be the home of the people whose claim you are now in possession of.
Well, she's missing.
So I guess it's ours then.
Yeah, Marcy is not here though.
Up to do that.
So
Look out for another corpse.
I was going to say, yeah, look for another corpse. Look for a grave marked in and around the claim.
Yeah.
Well, there was a path leading over that direction, so maybe she ran to the mine or something when wherever came here. It's worth checking out anyway.
Well, if this is him, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. And that figure that you're stood next to now does appear to be an average human male, probably brown haired as best you can tell. It would be easy to suppose that is the remains of Robert.
We don't know who the other part is.
No.
Well, Robert had a wife, so let's just...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Has she done to the claim?
Did the handwriting have a feminine grace to it, or was it scrawled drivel of a madman?
You know what? to your eyes, it looks more like the scrawl of a doctor writing a prescription than it does anything else.
I did ask whether this could be Lucian's work. He had some weird stuff going on in.
I'm relatively certain that's a modern phenomenon of doctors not being able to write.
Yeah, it probably is. But it's that kind of it's written with a tinge of madness
And
and
rushed.
that very kind of scientific kind of scrawl that Dr. Newton would be familiar with the most out of the group.
And a hint of Old Spice.
And a hint of Old Spice. I think we're going to call it a night there, everybody. But before we do, you can have 3 advances, which I believe will take you into your next year.
Is that seasoned?
Will take you into seasoned. So the first 2 would get you to seasoned, and I think that means so the first one that still needs to be novice, then the next 2 can be seasoned, if I understand how the advancement system works.
Awesome. Right.
I shall have to have a read then. So 2 novice and 1 seasoned.
No, I think it's the other way around. I think it's 1 novice and 2 seasoned.
Yeah. The first 3 are novice, and then 4 to 7 is seasoned, isn't it? So,
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all 3 are at seasoned.
All 3 can be seasoned or novice.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Oh, novice, up to you. Yeah.
Somebody I got in my head it was 5.
I think I had mine planned out.
Trust me, you're going to need it.
It's like that, is it?
I'm trying to remember how you add them. Edit, delete that.
No, it's. Oh, hang on. Let me find the current rule book for this because I think it might be slightly different, but I'll check.
I've got the current one. It's for thing. It says 03 for novice.
It's 3.
Oh, does it? Okay, because if the original, the deluxe version says 0 to 19 XP is novice.
Yeah.
And every 5 gives you a raise, so you would get it would be the fourth raise.
Yeah.
Which is what it is, right? 1 to 3 is novice. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 0 to 3.
Well,
0 to 3. No. Oh, yeah.
As soon as
4 so we've had 3. We've had 3
seasoned.
advances. Yeah.
As soon as 4 went, it's a season. So
Yeah.
it's under the about tag, Kath.
Thank you.
Right. So I think I have mine planned out. So I'm just going to take them as they were. That one.
And you can only increase a stat once per rank as well.
Once per tier.
So we're just in the point where we can raise a stat.
Yeah. And just has that applied those for me? I know I have to do it myself. So that goes to D10.
Okay, so I had an edge that costs 2, is it? I remember right.
No.
You can raise an attribute, raise 2 skills, or have a new edge.
Right, okay, so 1 new edge.
I believe.
But you can only raise a skill up to a D6, isn't it?
You can only raise
your stat.
You can only raise your skill up to your stat. Yeah, and I think
right.
if you want to raise it above your stat, it costs you
2. Yeah,
no, it doesn't cost you 2. It allows you to do 1, I think.
Right, I'm going to drop, guys.
All right. Cheers,
All right.
Eddie. Catch you later.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right.
Night. Bye.
That's what I mean. It costs you the 2 skills, so you're allowed to do 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually really enjoyed tonight. And I do this all the time, right? I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, I'm not feeling it, and then I do this tonight and really enjoy the game. So
I think it may be the hit and miss nature.
I think that's probably what it is. I think
because it's been
yeah.
very intermittent because of
Yeah.
scheduling and stuff like that. It gets like that. It gets it like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I have a plan in my head where I want to get to. I've got a BBG to fight, and I think that's where we'll wrap it anyway, and that's where I was going to wrap it. In my head, it was like a 12 to 15 session mini campaign. So we'll play out to the end because I do want to be able to hit you with my thing at the end.
Beg your pardon.
Whack.